Haiti, the country most travelers don't go to. I've been to a few islands around the Caribbean, and Haiti is on the list. At the time, I was not finding a lot of information on how to visit Haiti, tips and tricks, hacks, guides. I was really confused. I have Haitian family members, Haitian friends, and I said, I am going to go to Cap Haitien and see it for myself. What ended up happening on Instagram, I found this guy, his name is Joseph, Haiti's Joseph Tours or Joseph Tours Haiti. It looked legit to me. I know, do not take this advice. You're just watching from my point of view. And we exchange information back and forth. There was another guide on Instagram as well. His name is Augustnell. A lot of people have given him good reviews. I decided to go with the cheaper option. This is a budget travel channel. I also want to thank Haitian Nomad on Insta. I had hit him up and I asked him, do you think that it is wise for me as a woman to be traveling solo to Haiti? And he said, usually people go if they are visiting family. They have someone who quickly is going to pick them up. He didn't recommend it, but I went anyway. Let me start out with the flight, just getting there. I was coming from Detroit all the way down. Now, if you are flying into Okap, which is Cap Haitien International Airport, it's just one airline that flies in, and that's going to be Spirit Airlines that goes into Cap Haitien from Fort Lauderdale. It's direct. You probably get there in a little less than 2 hours. I spent the night at Fort Lauderdale Airport because the flight to Okap was in the morning. Some people, they go to a hotel. I really wasn't trying to do that. So I'm like, it's a waste of money. I'm going to have to wake up early to get to Fort Lauderdale Airport anyway. Why don't I just stay there? The layover was about 12 hours. It wasn't bad. Fort Lauderdale is a nice airport if you are going to be, I guess, spending the night. I found a nice little area that had couches. There's art that you can check out. They have rocking chairs. And I was nervous a little bit. So I just looked at the art. I was sitting in the rocking chair, ate a little bit of food. I did some plane spotting. That is an amazing thing to do if you are at an airport. I watched the sunrise. That is very beautiful. There are many things for you to do while that anxiety is going, and you are not wanting to miss the flight, of course. So you can set an alarm. You can walk around the airport. It wasn't that bad. Plus, my adrenaline was high. I was like, I'm going to Haiti. I don't know what to expect. Is this going to be a catfish travel guide that I found on Insta? Like, how is this adventure going to end up? It was freezing at the time. That's why you see me with all this winter gear on. I went in February of 2022. And I was very excited to be flying down to Haiti. It was my first time to the warm tropical island weather. And I realized I am about to do this. With Spirit Airlines, you know you can't take a lot. So I had my backpack. I did not bring a lot of items to Haiti, you guys. I had a bag from when I had traveled to Mexico. You know, when you just go to the kiosk and just buy like a piece of gum or snacks. And I asked them for a bag when I was at Cancun airport. And I was traveling to other places around the world with that bag because you can fly with it, you know, for free. You know, in Spirit, they put you all the way in the back when you check in. I went to the Spirit counter and I was like, hey, you know, are there any seats? Is this flight full? And come on, like, who is flying to Haiti for real, for real? So she was like, oh, let me check your docs, make sure everything's okay. Thankfully, the gate agent, she gave me a exit row. So I put whatever extra stuff that I had in that bag and I boarded my flight. As far as entry requirements, Haiti is a level 4. It's been level 4 for some time. That usually is going to be an advisory not to travel there. But I know how they do with these brown and black countries, so I was willing to take the risk. I think at the time you either needed to show proof of vaccine or the COVID test. There was also a health form that they wanted you to complete. On the plane, the flight attendants, of course, you know, they gave us the usual customs form. So you fill that out. And then we got to Cap Haitien. The flight was at 9. I landed at 11 a.m. Once we deplaned, we walked into the building. You know, we had to get to customs. It was a very warm, friendly welcome. At the corner, they were playing the lovely music, but we had to move kind of fast. So I got a little bit of it for you guys. Tip if you can. I really enjoyed seeing that as a welcome. Once I went through customs, it was easy. I just had a backpack, so I didn't have to wait for luggage or anything. You do want to have your pickup arranged when you first land into Cap Haitien. And I had done that with Joseph. We're just going to call him Insta Guy. I will use different names for him, okay? We had already discussed that he and his driver were going to pick me up from Okap. Now it is time for me to find Joseph. So while I was in the baggage area, I tried to turn on the Wi-Fi and connect because I need to find this person and make sure that he matches Instagram, y'all. So thankfully he connected, he replied, and then I went out. I really don't remember how the taxi situation was there. I was just trying to find someone who matched this picture. He's on Instagram, he's on TikTok, he's on the socials, and he had on that blue polo. That is what I vividly remember. I found him. I was relieved to see that his polo, it did say Joseph Haiti Tours. There was a driver, so I was not catfished. He took my bag and we went into the car. It was time to go. Cap Haitien is located on the north side of Haiti. This is not Port-au-Prince. I don't know if I ever in my life will visit Port-au-Prince. I've just heard too many stories. It's just not advisable during this time for you to be traveling there. But up north, things are different. This is what the news, the media will not show you. In the taxi, he gave me welcome chocolates because it was Valentine's Day. I flew there in February. As I was driving, you're going to see here in the pictures a lot of trash. Of course, I saw the Caribbean Sea. I've seen countries like Cambodia where they have piles of trash and they would burn the trash. So I just thought this was very interesting that it was, just lying out in piles like that. I will say on the way to the hotel, there were lots of bumps in the road. They have the potholes. You see people traveling on the motorcycles. Some of them are crammed into the vehicles. It's just a lot to take in for your sight, your ears, everything. Like, it is a definitely new experience. In the vehicle, I was talking to him. We were still negotiating. I feel like in Haiti, most of your time is going to be spent negotiating because I was telling him I wanted to do a city tour for that day. This is my first impressions. I just arrived. I want to hit the ground rolling. He was saying once we got to the hotel, I could exchange my USD to Haitian goud, which is obviously the Haitian currency, and then I could get my things, get settled, and then we could go to the city. The driver would take me. However, what ended up happening when I got to the hotel, Joseph, the Haitian tour guide, he kept taking pictures of me with his phone, y'all. This really got on my nerves the entire trip. I went to his Insta and I found that he was posting these pictures of me. Here, if you zoom in, you see that the driver is looking at my butt. And I'm like, what? Anyways, he ended up disappearing. We didn't have a driver for some time. I know this is sounding sketch. It is what it is. At least he was able to bring me to the hotel. I arrived to Haiti at about 12 p.m. I left the airport. I found Joseph. We got to the hotel at about 1 p.m. Trash and waste are a problem in Haiti. At the hotel, it wasn't though. The name of the hotel that I stayed at was Habitation de l'Arrière. I love the green doors at the entrance. The doors in Haiti really stood out to me. Y'all know I love a colorful door, and there was art right when I walked into the hotel. I remember seeing the blue sky, the trees. The weather was absolutely fantastic. It was 80 degrees most of my stay. Now, there was a very steep hill that we had to go up to enter the hotel. While I got out of the car, Joseph held my bag. This is important. I'm checking in, I'm talking to, I don't believe she was the manager, and she was saying, "Oh, how do you know Joseph?" And I said, "Oh, I found him on Instagram." She was like, "Oh, wow, that's really great because we partnered with him at this hotel." I felt so relieved because I don't know who this dude is, y'all. I don't know what's going to happen. Anybody can just post up in a polo shirt and be like, "Oh, I'm a Haitian tour guide," right? Everything was fine. She told me the directions for me to get to my room. So I was thankful that he was able to hold my bag. However, I made the mistake of saying, "Oh, Joseph, come with me to the room so you can, bring my bag," because I didn't feel like carrying it upstairs. I had stuffed so much stuff into that bag. It was on my back. He brought the bag to my room, and then I realized he knows what room I'm in. Never do that, you guys. So what ended up happening, he just put the bag down. I was like, "Okay, I'll see you. Bye." I closed the door. I still had on that warm sweater from Detroit. I was like, I need to change my clothes. Take pictures of the property, take pictures of the room. I want to show you guys what it is like at this hotel. In my mind, I think we agreed that we were going to meet up at some point later in the day, but I forgot. I was like, yeah, I'll get to him in a minute. Let me take these pictures. For $50 a night, I had the basic room. Some rooms had AC, some did not. The one I had, there was no AC. I just went for the cheapest option, but there was a fan available. There is also, I think, Hotel Satama. There are other hotels in Okap too. It's just how much you want to pay. I don't want to say lower your expectation, but you're going to pay more, and it might be 3-star. It's not going to be as how they advertise it. What I ended up having to do was push the 2 twin beds together. The room was clean, and I was able to see the views from my room. There was like a little small porch. It was absolutely gorgeous. The first couple of days, there was hot water. So day 1, I was able to take a hot shower. Later on in the trip, it wasn't. I put my things down, I changed, I went to see the rest of the hotel. You know, there's a restaurant, there's a bar, there's a beautiful pool, and you just see all of these views of the sea and the mountains of Okap. There was Wi-Fi available. Sometimes the connection was not as stable as you might have liked, so it was difficult for me to connect and get on socials. I remember a friend was trying to FaceTime me, make sure that I was okay, and the connection, it kept going out. That is something you do need to be mindful of if you are visiting Haiti. And just the vibe of that hotel, it was very quiet. It wasn't too many travelers there. And I said, okay, this is chill vibes. I'm really feeling this hotel. I gave myself a pat on the back because it was a great selection. I kind of was wasting time. I did not realize that Joseph was on a schedule too, or maybe he had some other things to do. Y'all, remember, I was in my room taking photos. I was just vibing. I put on my Valentino wig, ready for the day, change clothes. Why does this ninja come? Ninja. I said ninja. Why does he come to my door knocking, talking about, because he remembered where my room was. I froze. I was like, So I kind of went off on him. You can't do that. You don't just show up to people's door. You wait in the lobby and you have front desk call me. Like, what are you doing? And he was like, what do you mean? I need to take you to the city. No, go to the lobby. I don't care if you remember where my room was or not. You're not delivering my bag no more. So that was my mistake because I had him carry it. In the future, I was like, do not show up to my door. He went back downstairs and I said, you know what? I'm going to take some more time here. Let's meet later because your driver already abandoned us anyway. So you don't even have a driver for us to get to town. So what am I going to do? Walk? And he was like, oh yeah, okay. We can just take a motorbike. I'll see you at whatever time. So he left. And I was just like, no, I know he didn't just pull up to my room like that. I was messing up this guy's plans. And it was fine. I just didn't like what he was doing. I know he was just trying to get my attention because we were communicating through WhatsApp as he just kept sending me all these messages. And I'm just like, bro, I'm trying to chill. Like, I just got here. I don't know if this was just a cultural difference, but I really feel like they be sending way too many messages on that WhatsApp. Once I was settled, I said, all right, let me go down there and meet him. Because mind you, I didn't have a SIM card in Haiti until later when I crossed the border. What I had ended up doing was I'm just going to connect to the Wi-Fi. I quickly learned that I'm going to be with Joseph the entire time. So basically, Joseph was my guide. I really called him my security so I could get from point A to point B. The locals, they know him as a tour guide. I was safe with him. I went down the steep hill. You see these sandals that I had on, and across from it, you're going to see all of the houses. I saw a lot of kids who were just sitting on the side. I don't know if they were out of school. I don't really know what the situation was, but they were just staring at me, looking at me. So I was like, oh, let me go say hi to these kids. As a teacher, I always find children on my travels. I've done it in Cuba, Thailand. I'm just like, hey, what's up, guys? And I'll show them some photos of the students that I was teaching. And they'd be like, oh, okay, those people are from the US. But here, I don't speak French. I don't speak Haitian Creole. Most of them were not fluent in English. So I'm like, I don't know how to communicate. I was like, oh man, let me give the kids all of the chocolates that they gave me in the taxi. Because I was like, I don't want this stuff. I ended up just giving them everything that was in my purse. Imagine trying to split 3 pieces of chocolate between all these kids. I gave one kid a pen, somebody else this. And I felt really bad. I wish I should have gone to the store. I just was not expecting to see them so quickly, right? But then more kids kept coming. And I was like, man, I should have thought to bring stickers, just something to give the kids because you never know who you're going to run into, right? So then we started taking pictures. I was like, man, I want some Haitian merch. One of these girls, she had on like some cute sandals with the flag on it. I'm like, okay, I'll get to see you with the Haitian merch. And they were like, who is this crazy woman? Then later, the boy, the ringleader, he brought his mom out to meet me, like his whole family. I was like, too much is happening. But I was really glad to meet and interact with them. Some of the guests from the hotel, they really didn't like how close the hotel was positioned. They were calling it like slums and, this is a poorer area. The manager, I ended up talking to the owner later, he wanted to, I guess, gate off the hotel so tourists wouldn't have to be bothered. But me, I wasn't really bothered by the kids. I like having those interactions with the locals. I know I could not understand the Haitian Creole, but I got the gist. They were saying, you're going to struggle going down this hill in those sandals. Like, what are you doing? You need to have on some shoes. For that day, I just took the L and went down to the sandals. So they were laughing at me. Each day going up that hill, I made those friends. I waved hello. If you're going to be in Okap and you're at this hotel, just bring like some stickers, some toys. I would not necessarily say money because you don't know if one kid is just going to keep it for himself. So you already want to have the items evenly distributed. So each kid gets something. That's that teacher in me. I would take more pictures. That's the only thing I knew how to do. Even in Rwanda, when I see people, I was like, let's take some photos. It's a really good way to break the ice if you don't understand the language. Because in Rwanda, I didn't know Kinyarwandan. Again, I'm holding up Joseph because he's somewhere down waiting on me. So I was like, oh, la, 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 let me walk down here, walk down the hill. I do naturally love to wander, but when you're on other people's time, you kind of want to stick to the schedule. At the bottom of the hill, you just see all of these moto taxis and the drivers, and they want you to go along with them. And I was like, no, I'm good. I have a guide. So I found Joseph. How we got there, we had to ride the motorbike. There is obviously the foreigner price, and then you have the Haitian price. That's the easiest way. There, it's not like how it was in Rwanda where they have a helmet for the passenger too, because it was 3 of us on there. So I was like, wait a minute, how are 3 of us just going to be on this motorcycle? But only the driver had on the helmet. So at about 2 p.m., we went into the city of Okap. Now, Joseph's English, it was very difficult for me to understand, you guys. So I'm just giving you my first impressions. I really couldn't make out most of what he was saying. So I was like, I'm going to take these pics and I'm going to research it later. I saw students walking around in their crisp, clean uniforms. We stopped by the university, Henry Christophe University. The city, it's bright and colorful. You guys know that is what is drawn to my eye. I even was able to capture a little street art murals, which I thought were very nice. He also took me to walk down the boulevard. It's like a promenade right next to the sea. In my mind, I was thinking, where are the people? It is so quiet here. Why is nobody traveling here? And again, this is where Joseph decided that I needed to be the focus of his phone. You know how you want the guide to take pictures of you? He was doing that on his phone. So some of these are his pictures. I was like, I have the better phone anyway. Like, what are you doing? When we were taking photos, you see he's too close. Like, back, give me 50 feet. This is day 1, y'all. Like, this is how he was the entire time. I had a similar situation happen to me recently in Atlanta. Like, what is up with these travel guys? And what are y'all doing with all these pictures of me on your phone? Here he's giving me some type of peanut. It's not a walnut or an almond. Haitians, you guys let me know what this is. So we walked up and down the coastline, the boulevard. We sat, had a little chat. He got me some Prestige, the Haitian beer. I did enjoy that part of the tour. In my mind, I was thinking this is going to be an interesting few days because there's certain phrases and things that we as Black Americans say. How do you tell a person who really doesn't understand, I want to see his phone and take all those photos off? But in his mind, he's thinking, oh, a tourist is here. I'm going to lure more tourists to come to Haiti by taking pictures of her and putting it on my socials. Most people don't come here. I'm doing this because I am a traveler. Again, it was that cultural clash. He was just doing whatever he wanted, and I was losing my patience. I cannot go anywhere in the city without him. Multiple people told me, you as a woman, if you're not going with him, you need to stay at the hotel. I told you I am a natural wanderer. I love to just see how the city speaks to me and just go in whatever direction. You can't do that here. I was really restricted, but I'm trying to make the best of it. It is the first day. He drove me around to see a couple restaurants. I really wasn't feeling those menus, so we went back to the hotel. This was about 5 p.m. I was like, okay, let me chill, eat, get some rest, and then we're going to go to the Citadel the next day. I was hungry. As you can see here, the menu really was not catering towards vegetarians. And what I ended up getting was the Haitian spaghetti without the hot dogs. In Haiti, at least in Okap, they were putting hot dogs in the spaghetti. This is not like spaghetti back home. Haitian, you know what I'm talking about. There's no marinara sauce. It's different seasonings. The dish is Haitian. Sometimes it can be uncomfortable ordering as a vegetarian because, yes, at the hotel there were people who spoke English, but then when I say, oh, I don't want any of this, I'm vegetarian, they kind of look back at you like something's wrong with you. Like, why are you vegetarian? And then I'm just like, I've been all my life. Can you just make me something or not? I know you have the pasta. I know you have the spaghetti. I know you have the veggies. Just make it. I'm the guest. You also could just ask for rice, legume. There's other things that they did have. I had just had a long day and I just wanted to eat and just knock out. That was day one. My final thoughts. Well, I made it to Hispaniola Island. If you did not know, Hispaniola Island is split between Dominican Republic and Haiti. I've already been to the DR and now I'm on the other side. The sky's blue, the trees are green, the weather is lovely. I got this annoying guide, but I'm gonna make the most of it. And I am safe. I was not kidnapped. Nothing happened to me. I didn't see people eating cats and dogs. You cannot listen to the media, y'all. That is what my takeaway was on day one. The north of Haiti is calm and quiet. They aren't going to show you these beautiful parts of the island. That is for sure. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead, like and subscribe, share with a friend. Stay tuned because part 2 of this trip is coming next week. Thanks for watching and I'll see you soon.